Okay, y'all, story time about my hair. So I paid $400 for my hair. $400, that's without the boho included, like the hair. For $400.
Let's pause right here because what you just heard isn't just frustration. This is a complete breakdown of salon professionalism from start to finish. This client booked a 4 p.m. appointment, arrived early, and paid $400 for braids with the expectation that because this was an African braiding shop, multiple braiders would be working on her head at the same time. That expectation was never clearly confirmed, and that's where the first problem starts. Although she was seated shortly after arrival, her hair did not actually start until 4:35 p.m. From there, the service was constantly interrupted. The stylist would begin braiding, then walk away, no explanation, no communication, to help other clients, take phone calls, or do unrelated tasks. At multiple points, the client was left sitting 30 to 45 minutes at a time with no one touching her hair. What made the situation worse was that other clients were being prioritized even when they already had someone working on them. This client remained with only one braider for most of an extremely long service, eventually lasting from 4 p.m. to 3:30 a.m. Then there were serious sanitation concerns. The client reported seeing roaches in the shop, which is not just unpleasant, it's a health and safety violation. No amount of good braiding can override unsafe conditions. Toward the end of the service, the situation escalated further. She was pressured to tip. Her dissatisfaction was dismissed. Her personal phone messages were looked at without permission, which is a major boundary violation. Although the final hairstyle looked good, the service experience was unacceptable. The client did not receive an apology, a discount, or accountability. Only conflict. And that's how a hairstyle that could have been a win became a viral disaster. Now let's talk about how this should have been handled the correct way as a professional hairstylist and salon owner. First, appointment expectations. If a service requires multiple braiders, that must be confirmed up front. Never assume, and never let a client assume. Second, time management. If you are working on multiple clients, services must be staggered intentionally. You do not start and stop without explanation. If you take a break, you communicate it. Walking away from a client without saying anything is unprofessional. Third, client priority. Once a client is seated, they should not be repeatedly deprioritized to help others. That creates resentment, frustration, and distrust. Four, sanitation. Seeing roaches in a salon is unacceptable, period. Cleanliness is not optional in this industry. It's a requirement. Fifth, boundaries and respect. Never pressure a client to tip, never read or comment on a client's personal messages, never argue. Instead of resolving, professionalism matters more than talent. And finally, service quality includes how the client feels, not just how the hair looks. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure you like and subscribe for more real salon education, and follow Stylist Factory as we produce the century's best hairstyles.